on WDSU fraud accusations, what a former high-ranking Orleans Parish Sheriff's deputy did to land himself behind bars. Also, the state of Hollywood South, the possibility of glitz and glam on television. Movie making may be coming to an end in Louisiana.
And we are looking at mostly cloudy skies, and we have some showers and storms around the area right now. We'll check out the live radar, and I'll give you your Easter forecast coming up.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WDSU News This Morning.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to New Orleans. If you're here for the Crescent City Classic, I think some 20,000 people may be hanging out, of course, in the New Orleans area. And yes, Jesse mentioned sprinkles. So how about we go ahead and jump to the forecast? I know a lot of people are out and about, getting dressed, headed out for the race. What can we expect?
All right, well, for the race, the weather's going to be just fine. We're expecting mild temperatures and rainfall is going to stay away. However, we do have some showers and storms across the area right now, a little bit closer to the coast. So let's jump in and look right at our satellite and radar picture. And what we're seeing right now are mostly cloudy skies on the south shore, even some clouds north of the lake as well. But notice a little bit close to the coast there, we're seeing some showers and thunderstorms develop, and we can kind of zoom in here. Now, I'm going to stop this a little bit here just to show you some of the showers and storms near Beerus and also around Port Sulphur, stretching over toward Grand Isle as well. We can take out the lightning and put in kind of our hail. That shows the potential for some hail. You see that purple there in those storms? Well, that's showing that there is some potential for some hail to be falling in these showers and storms. So just be aware of that as they continue to push off to the northeast. You could hear some thunder, of course, heavy rainfall, and the potential there for some hail as well. Nothing severe at this point. Wouldn't shock me, though, if one of these became severe during the next 30 minutes or so. So we'll continue to keep a close eye on these storms as they move to the northeast. Now, right now, our current temperature is about 59 degrees. So we dropped a little bit after that front push through yesterday. So South Shore seeing 59, and on the North Shore we're seeing temperatures in the low 50s. So a little bit cool out there to start off the day, but it's going to warm up nicely for this afternoon as our high temperatures are going to be getting into the mid-70s again. So kind of a cool start, but nice and warm by the afternoon. Now, wind speeds are pretty calm. We're seeing some light winds a little bit closer to the coast here at Grand Isle. And North Shore, we're seeing 5-mile-per-hour winds at Bogalusa and Slidell. I think this Boothville reading at 15 is because of those storms causing the winds to stir up a bit. Now, as you look at the wind gust, not seeing much of a wind gust right now, 7 miles per hour in Grand Isle. So as you look at the hour-by-hour forecast, 66 by 10 a.m., 71 by 1 o'clock, 75 by 4 o'clock. That's about our high temperature. Going into the evening, 72 at 7 and 69 by 10 p.m. Notice, keeping a 20% chance of rainfall all day. That's going to be really closer to the coast like we're seeing this morning. Rain chances, though, for all of us are going to begin to increase, unfortunately, heading into Easter Sunday tomorrow. And we'll check out the forecast model and the full forecast in just a few minutes. Farrah?
All right, Jesse, thanks so much for the update. Well, now new this morning, a former Orleans Parish Sheriff's deputy has been charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Officials say Roy Austin allegedly used ghost employees on invoices at security events. Investigators discovered that Austin used a private company to pad his bills and then used some of the extra money that he received and put that into a corporate bank account for personal use. If convicted, he faces up to 5 years in prison and $250,000 fine. Sheriff Marlon Gusman did release a statement in response to the accusations against Roy Austin, saying the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office has cooperated with each step of the investigation involving Roy Austin. Austin left the OPSO last year. The activities announced are independent of OPSO business and related to a private business that Austin allegedly created. Now, since this remains an ongoing investigation, the OPSO directs all requests of information in the case to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Also this morning, thousands will be pounding the pavement from the CBD to Mid-City for the 38th annual Crescent City Classic. The 10K race starts at Portage Street, then heads down Decatur Street and up Esplanade Avenue to City Park. So if you're not running in the race, well, you may want to avoid those areas for traffic and parking concerns. The race kicks off at 8 a.m. Well, it's a wrap for local film production facility that will pack up at the end of the month. State budget talks plus changes to the film industry's tax incentives last year are causing some concern, and in fact, movie makers are headed out. WDSU's Casey Ferran finds out if Hollywood South is shutting down.
I started here in New Orleans in 1971. We mostly did TV commercials then, but
in the past decade, tax incentives created a boom in the film industry, drawing productions large and small.
there have been a lot of infrastructure improvements over those years. Many studios built in town, several. We were the last.
But George Steiner, president of FilmWorks New Orleans, will be closing his studio on March 31st. The production facility worked on 8 movies since opening a year and a half ago.
It's been dead for months, and we see no future.
Steiner says with state legislators considering further cutting tax incentives during recent budget talks, some are not willing to set up shop here anymore.
If I'm going to make a movie now and expect to get money back 6 months after I finish or something like that, and they decide in August they're not going to do this anymore, then I might not get my money.
I don't think this is the beginning of the end. I just think that this is normal business economic activity.
Stan Gill produces films locally. He says though there is uncertainty among industry buffs and film crews, it's not time to jump ship.
I can't tell anybody that it's going to get better when they haven't worked on a production in the last 2 months. All I can say is that I really don't think that it's going to dry up overnight.
He says there's simply a lull in production and not enough infrastructure to keep up with the real Hollywood, which rarely runs out of work.
Those productions go on for numerous months and employ an awful lot of people that allow crew members and talent to afford to live here, buy a house, have an apartment, go do the things that they want to do, and raise a family here. And then in between projects, when they're not working, work on smaller projects, and that ecosystem right now is definitely at a lull.
Casey Ferran, WDSU News.
And currently there is a feature film, an independent film, and 3 TV series being filmed or about to start filming in the New Orleans area. Well, the family of the man who shot and killed a prominent doctor has revealed that he did suffer from a mental illness. John Thomas killed Dr. Albert Goudier III in his office on Thursday. Thomas's family says in a statement, unfortunately, he also had a long history of mental illness and had been treated for years with both medication and therapy. However, he had never been violent, nor did he express a desire to harm others. We share this not to justify his actions. Well, Thomas walked into the medical complex on East Jefferson campus and shot the doctor once in the head. The 75-year-old urologist lived less than 5 blocks away from the hospital and was an active member at St. Clement of Rome Church. As for Thomas and his mental illness issues, the Jefferson Parish coroner says it's concerning.
I sympathize greatly with the shooter's family because it's people who have family members with mental health issues. It's how much do you respond? How do you act? What do you do? Do you who do you call? It's a very difficult situation for them to get help for people that don't want help.
Well, Goudier will be laid to rest on Monday. His family also released a statement saying they appreciate the support from the community, but they would like privacy while they grieve. Now, the full statements from both families are online at WDSU.com and also on our mobile app. Well, plans to remove 4 prominent Confederate monuments have been placed on hold by a federal appeals court. The 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeal granted an injunction blocking the monuments' removal until an appeal is heard. Opponents of removing the monuments had so far failed to convince a state and federal district judge to stop the removal, which was approved by City Council in December. Well, at the 5th Circuit, though, they argued in briefs that the complex process of removing the large monuments could cause damage that could not be repaired if another court ultimately rules that they should stay in place. No live animals for Easter, why animal advocates are telling, of course, they're also sticking to some candy chocolate versions instead of buying the real bunny. And a live look outside. So far, it's a nice morning, a bit cool though, but it could be a good start to the Crescent City Classic. Stay tuned. Jesse will have more forecast in just a bit.